Hello and welcome to In the Garden with Joyful Living. I am Kimberly Dixon. This is unscheduled in the garden today. I want to come to you and just show you a few things that I'm working on. I'm not gonna delay. It's thundering. I originally had planned to do this at 5 p.m. but I don't think the weather is gonna cooperate because it's been storming every evening, and I definitely wanted to go ahead and share these things with you on today. So I'm gonna hop right into it. Everything in life requires some planning and some preparation, and the same thing is true with gardening. People can traditionally think of gardening as a spring and a summer event, but here in North Carolina in Zone 7B, this particular part of North Carolina, Zone 7B, we're able to garden 3 seasons, sometimes 4 seasons out of year. Hi KC. So today I'm talking about planning and preparing for my gardening, but we have to realize that there are so many things about gardening that are synonymous with life. If you don't plan, if you don't prepare, more than likely the things that you desire, the things that you hope for, are not just going to happen haphazardly. So you have to plan, and that's precisely what I do with my garden. This is my planner, and in it I've got just some ordinary pencil pouches that I save the packets of unopened seeds in for each season. This is my summer packet, this is my fall packet, and then that's flowers. But we have to do the same thing in life, and then as the season goes on, I make notes about things that are happening in the garden, things that I want to do next year, things that I want to make sure that I don't do again. Like one of the things that I did this year as a novice was I planted morning glories in one of my zucchini pots because it's a big pot. I thought, well, this will be great because morning glories invite pollinators, the bees and things of that nature that you need for your garden. What I didn't know is morning glories are an invasive vine, so you don't want to put them in anything else because they're going to be competing for nutrients. So that's one of the notes that I put in my planner so that next year I won't make the same mistake again. So today we are, let me put this to the side, actually working on the fall garden. Summer's vegetables are starting to finish up. My cucumbers are about finished. My zucchini is still doing well, but the cucumbers are about finished, and several other things. But tomatoes, my herbs, the peppers, they will go well into fall. But I cannot wait until fall is here to actually start preparing and planning for my fall planting, because in order for us to get a harvest, you have to plan, you have to prepare, and then you actually have to plant. So today I'm actually planting cauliflower, which isn't one of my favorites, but I do eat it. So I know we get excited as gardeners, we want to just plant everything, but the number one thing you want to do is make sure you actually plant stuff that you eat. I like roasted cauliflower, so I'm going to plant some cauliflower today, but in very small quantities, because I don't want more of it than I'm actually ever going to use, because you don't want to have to throw away your fresh food. I'm going to plant some broccoli today. I can't talk for some reason. My beautiful kale. I'm doing more kale because the spring harvest was so wonderful. I actually just pulled up the remnants of it last week, so I'm going to plant some more kale so I'll get another harvest of kale, and then I'm going to plant cabbage. So I planted cabbage in the spring. I didn't care for it correctly though, so although it has some heads on it, it never got large enough and produced the way that I hoped it would. But I used that as a learning experience. It wasn't getting enough sun, so I'm gonna give it another try and see what I can produce for the fall. So we're gonna I'm just gonna walk you through planting just one. So typically a lot of people, either for the spring or for the fall, they'll start their seedlings out indoors. They'll plant it in pea pods or something of that nature. Did y'all see that sunflower hit me in the head? Of that nature. However, I have 2 little darlings that live in my house named Bella and Silas, cats, that think that everything that comes in the door belongs to them. So I can't put anything in that I don't want them to dig in. because they will definitely be curious about it. And my laundry room is filled to capacity with gardening stuff now. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to put my seedlings. Y'all hear that thunder rumbling? We're going to hurry up. I'm going to start my seedlings in these little cups that I had from some transplants. But I'm going to put them on the front porch in a protected area so that they don't not getting too hot, they're not getting too much sun. But in order to prepare my seeds, I think I want to try to start with some kale. But this is something that I do that I saw on another person's video, and it's to to rinse your seeds with a solution of water and peroxide, because it kills any bacteria, any harmful pathogens or anything that are on it. So I'm going to spray it with just a little bit of peroxide. Just these little, I have an abundance of these bottles that I got from the dollar store, but I make sure that I label them so that you're not using the wrong thing. But I spray it with just a little bit, just to coat it. And you have to forgive me because, you know, since I'm not working indoors, this is a little bit difficult. But then I make sure to rinse them off as well. I probably should have prepared my dirt first. See, it's a learning process. You learn as you go. You remember things as you go. Hey, Tamika, how are you, honey? And rinse them off just so that the peroxide doesn't burn them. Now, that mix I have is a 10-to-1 mix. It's really a foliage spray. I spray it on the leaves to help them get some oxygen and to keep them beautiful throughout the season. So we're gonna really, really hurry up. But I'm just gonna put some new potting soil in here. Now later on I will be amending the pots that I have potting soil in with some organic compost and things of that nature, so that I don't have to start over. But whenever I'm starting seedlings, I always use new potting soil to give them the best opportunity to start. And put my little seeds in. You don't have to put them very far in. A lot of people make the mistake of planting their seeds too deep, but these are teeny tiny little seeds. You probably can't even see them, they're so tiny. So all you want to do is just make sure that they're barely covered. And it's about 6 or 7 seeds in here. Some of them may not sprout, so you won't. I always plant more than what I intend to have in the garden. But there you have it. Simply planning, strategizing, and preparing so that I will get a harvest in the fall. In life, we have to prepare. We have to plan. Things are not going to just happen because you desire them or you wish for them to happen. We've got to actually take some steps. Hi, Mickey. We got to actually take some steps so that the things that we want will actually come to, that will actually manifest. So today I am here making sure that I get a harvest in the fall by planning, by preparing, by doing the things that I need to do now so that I can get a harvest in the fall. So these seeds, and whenever you're planting, look on the back of your seeds, because they are hybrid varieties that don't need as much time. Some plants will require 90 days. Some will require 120 days. But this particular variety of kale requires 55 days to harvest. So when you're doing your planning for your fall garden, you want to make sure that you have enough days so that you don't start getting frost before your plants are ready. So I'm planting today, I'm planting my kale, starting the seeds, not direct planting, starting the seeds for kale, cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. And then in about 2 weeks, I will plant seeds for arugula, green leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, and something else, some other kind of lettuce. But anyway, that was really all. I had this long, in-depth live plan for today at 5 p.m. But as you can hear, the weather is not going to cooperate. Hi, Charles. The weather is not going to cooperate with me today. So I'm going to finish this one up because I don't want to get struck by lightning. It's just that simple. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Please share the video. Remember that in life we have to plan and we have to prepare. Life is not gonna always go as we hoped, but we gotta have some strategy so that we don't expect things to just manifest without any kind of preparation, because 9 times out of 10 it doesn't happen that way. So make some plans in your life. Prepare for later this year, for 2021. And if you have to change those plans, be flexible and change them. But we want to make sure that we are planning things, looking forward to the future. Okay, I gotta go. I will talk to you all. Thank you for hanging out with me today while I planted a few seeds of kale. I'm gonna finish the rest of this up probably tomorrow because it's starting to rain now. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this episode of In the Garden with Kimberly, in the Garden with Joyful Living. I'm Kimberly Dixon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.